Hello, hello, and good. I'll say morning. Yeah, it's morning here. We're going to be doing some Lost Odyssey. Or, really, we're going to be doing some story time readings. That's what I predict this next, at least hour, is going to be. So if you want to see gameplay, you may have to wait an hour. Because we're going to get the stories right now. It's a good time to do it. And I think they're cool. I have liked. I remember this was one of the main appeals for me when I first played the game. But I'm sure to some people it sound ridiculous. Oh boy, I'm getting this new RPG. I can't wait to hear the stories or the random novels that the writers felt like they had to put into these games. I do know of people. Like, it wasn't when the game came out, because when the game came out, it was like the game. But I know there was like a counteractive response after the game came out. Like, after this game came out, there was a bit of a response of people going, well, it really wasn't that good, and the stories were very lengthy. Yeah, God forgive JRPG having lengthy stories in there. I can also see how it doesn't appeal. Because of memory deep within his heart. I personally love them. A dream has been revealed. Lovely light flowers mark the town. They bloom in the street corner, not in the beds of fields set aside for the captain, but very naturally in the fields with every row of houses, as though the buildings and blossoms have grown up together. The season is always spring. Snow still lingers on the nearby mountains. But the shreds of ocean that gently wraps the town, southern shore, is bathed in refuged sunlight. This is an old and vigorous harbor town. Even now, every day it appears to see many cruise ships and freighters come and go. The history, however, is sharply divided between the time before and the time after an event that happened one day long ago. People here prefer not to talk about the lost engraved upon the towns chronologically. Memories are too soulful to make stories of them. Ham knows this because he knows it comes... knows it, he has come here once again. Passing through the town, passing through, the town master asked him. The sound of his voice Ken responds with a space smile. You're here for the festival, I suppose. You should take your time and enjoy it. The man has high spirits and has joined his customers in glass after glass until now, and is quite ready to face, but no one shows any signs of blaming him for overindulging. Every set in the tavern is filled with an air of the builders with laughter, happy voices can be heard now and then, as well for the world outside. The entire town is celebrating. Once each year, the festival has people making merry all night long until the sun comes up. Yeah, this is going to be the stream, guys. This is going to be the stream. Oh, I hope we got a room for the night store. Too late to find one. Every inn is full to overflowing, so it seems. Not anyone would be fools enough to spend a night like this, quietly tucked away under the covers in his room. The Childmaster winks at him as to say, "No, not you, sir. I'm sure. Tonight we're going to have the biggest, wildest party your eyes have ever seen, and everybody's invited. Locals or not. Drinks, food, gambling. Woman, just let me know what you want, and I'll make sure you have it." Cam sips his drinks and says nothing, because he's planning to stay awake all night. He has not taken a room, though he has no plans to enjoy the festival either. Cam will be offering a prayer. Just a second. He'll be offering a prayer in honor an hour before dawn, when the night is at its darkest and deepest. He will leave town, sent off by the morning sun, as it pokes its face between the mountains and the sea, just as he did at the time his last visit. Back then, the Tavern Master, who a few minutes ago was telling one of his regular customers his first great-grandchild is about to be born, was himself just an infant. "This one's on me! Drink up!" the Child Master says, the Child Master, filling Time's thought glass. He peers at Time suspiciously as to say, "You did come here for the festival, didn't you?" "No, not really. Don't tell me you don't know about it. You mean you came here by pure chance?" "Afraid so." "Well, if you came here on business, forget it. You never get serious talk out of anybody on a special night like this." The Chat Master goes on to explain what's so special about this night. "You must have heard something about it once long ago. This town was almost completely destroyed." There are two kinds of events that divide history, before and after. One is birth or death, and some great person's a hero or a savior. The other one is like war or a plague or natural disaster. The divided town's history into before and after was a violent earthquake. It happened without warning and gave the sleepy people of the town no chance to flee. A crack opened up in the earth with a roar, and the roads and buildings just fell to pieces. Fires started and they spread in a twinkle of an eye. Almost everybody was killed. You probably can't imagine. Oh, I know what they taught me in school. And what does the restoration favor mean to a kid? It was just something that happened once upon a time. I live here and that's all it means to me. So a traveler like you probably can't even begin to imagine what it was like. Is that what they call this holiday? Resurrection Festival? Our heart, the town, was resurrected from total ruin. This is what the celebration is all about. Gives the man a grim smile and sips a cigarette. "What's so funny?" the Town Master asked. Last time I was here, they were calling it Earthquake Memorial Day. It wasn't a festival for this kind of celebration. What are you talking about? It's been a resident festival ever since I was a kid. That's before you were old enough to remember anything, huh? And before that, it was called the Consolence of Spirits. They burn a candle for each person who died and pray for them to rest in peace. There's a sad festival, lots of crying. You sound as it happened. You saw it happen yourself. I did. The town master laughs at a snort. You look sober, but you must be plastered out of your mind. Now listen, it's a festival night, so I'm going to let you off the hook for pulling my leg, but don't say stuff like that in front of other townspeople. All of our ancestors, mine included, are the ones who barely escaped with their lives. Kim knows full well what he is doing. Never expected the man to believe him. He just wanted to find out for himself where the town people were still handing down memories of tragedy, whether deep down behind their laughing faces, there still lingers a sorrow that has passed down from their forefathers' time. Called away by one of his other customers, the townmaster leaves Kim's side, but not without giving a warning. Be careful what you say, sir. That kind of nonsense gets you in trouble. Really think about it. The earthquake happened all of 200 years ago. Time did not answer him. Oh? Did I get a message? Oh no! Oh no! I'm so sorry, I didn't realize! No! Oh! I need... So... Give me a minute. I'm recovering from my own stupidity. Recovering from my own stupidity. Oh, that's embarrassing. Oh, pain. 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 Lots of pain. Instead, he sympathetic in silence. Among the ones who died in the tragedy 200 years ago was his wife and daughter. All of the dozens of lives and hundreds of children Time has had in his internal life, the life and child he had here were especially unforgettable. In those days, Time had a job at the harbor. There were just 3 of them. He, his wife, and their little girl. They lived simple and happy. The same kind of days that had preceded today would continue into endless tomorrows. Everybody in town believed it, including Camille's wife and daughter, of course. But Kime knew differently. Precisely because his own life was long, without end, he had concentrated taste pain of countless partings. Kime Crime knew all too well in the daily life of humans that there was no forever. This life his family was leading would end sometime. It could not go unchanged. This was by no means the cause for sorrow, however. Denied a grasp upon forever, human beings knew how to love and cherish the here and now. Time especially loved to show his daughter flowers. The more fragile short-lived, the better. Flowers that bloom with the morning sun and scattered before the sun went down. They were everywhere in the harbor town. Lovely white flowers that bloomed in early spring. His daughter loved the flowers. She was a gentle child who would never break off blossoms that have struggled so bravely to bloom. Instead, she simply watched them for hours at a time. That here too. Look how big the buds are. They're all bloom many times, he said happily. As he found the white flowers on the road near the house. Tomorrow, maybe, Kime wondered about. Absolutely, his wife chimed in merrily. Get up early tomorrow morning and have a look. Oh, little flowers, though, said the daughter. It is nice when they bloom, but then they wither right away. All the better, said Crime's wife. It's good luck if you get to see them bloom. It makes it more fun. It may be fun for us, answered the girl, but think about the poor flowers. They work so hard to open up, and they wither the same day. It's so sad. Yeah, I guess so. A moment of sadness flowed into the room. The crime quickly dispelled it with a laugh. Happiness is not the same as longevity, he proclaimed. What does that mean, Papa? It may not bloom for long, but the flower is happy if it can open its pretext blossom and give off sweet perfume it knows how to make while it is blooming. The girl seemed to be having trouble grasping this simply nod with a little sigh. She then broke into a smile and said, It must be true if you say so, Papa. Your smile is more beautiful than any flower in full bloom. He should have said it to her. Time later regretted that he had not. The words he uttered so carelessly, he came to realize turned out to be something of a prophecy. Well now, young lady, you're getting up early to see the flowers tomorrow morning. You better go to bed right now. All right, Papa. If I really have to, I'm going to bed now too, said Crime's wife. Okay then. Good night, Papa. His wife said to Crime. Good night, dear. I really am going to bed now. Good night, enjoying one last cup to ease the day's fatigue. This turned out to be the last words the family said. Violent earthquakes rocked the town before dawn. Crime's house collapsed in a heap of rubble. Crime's two loved ones departed for the distant world before they could awaken from their deep sleep, and without even having a chance to say good morning to him. The morning sun rose the town that has been destroyed in an instant. Aimed the rubble, the flowers were blooming. The white flowers Crime's daughter had once so badly to see. Chaim fought to lay the flower in offering on his daughter's cold corpse, but abandoned the idea. He could not bring himself to pick a flower. No one, no living being on the face of earth, he realized, had the right to snatch the life of a flower that possessed the life that only one thought they. Chaim never could say to his daughter, "You go forth to heaven and wait for me. I'll be there before long." Nor would he ever know the joy of reunion with his loved ones. To live 1,000 years meant pain of 1,000 years of partings. Chaim continued his long journey. A dizzying number of years and months flew by. Years, months. Its numerous wars and natural climates scourged off. People were born, and they died. They loved each other, and were parted from the ones they loved. The joy beyond measure, and sorrows beyond measureless. People fought and argued without end, but also loved to forgive each other endlessly. Thus was history built up as tears of the past evolved gently into prayers for the future. Chaim continued his long journey. At while he rarely thought about the wife and daughter with whom he spent a few short days in the harbor town, but he never forgot them. Chaim continued his long journey, and he continued his travels. He stopped by this harbor town again. As night deepened, the dim of the clouds only increased. But now, as a hint of light comes to the eastern sky without a signal from everyone, the noise gives way to silence. Chaim was standing in the town's center square. The rebels too have found their way here at a time. Almost before he knew it, the stone-paved plaza is filled with people. Chaim fills the tavern soda. "I didn't expect to find you here," says the tavern master. When Chaim gave him a silent smile, the tavern master looks somewhat embarrassed and says, "There's something I forgot to tell you before." "Oh?" "Well, you know the earthquake that happened a long time ago, before my father and mother's time? Even before my grandpa's generation. It might sound funny for me to say this, but I can't imagine this town in ruins." "I know what you mean." "I do think, though, that there are probably things in this world that you can remember even if you haven't actually experienced them. Like the earthquake. I haven't forgotten it. And I'm not the only one. It may have happened 200 years ago, but nobody in this town has ever forgotten it. We can't imagine it, but we can't forget it either." Just as Chaim nods again to sign his understanding, the townkeeper's words, a solemn melody, echoes through the square. This was the hour when the earthquake destroyed the town. All people assembled here closed their eyes and clasped their hands together, offer a prayer. The tavern master and Chaim among them. Chaim closed his eyes. Come to smile faces come the smiling faces of his dead wife and daughter. Why are they so beautiful and so sad? These faces that believe with all their hearts that tomorrow is sure to come. The music ends. The morning sun comes above the horizon. Everywhere throughout the town, there bloom countless white flowers. In 200 years, by the white flowers have changed. The scientists who hypothesized that the earthquake made a change in nature to the soil itself, but nobody knows for sure. The lives of the pharaohs have lengthened. Before they would bloom, and rather in the space of a single day, now hold their blooms for 3 and 4 days at a time. Frozen by the draw of night, bathed in the light of the sun, the white pharaohs strive to live their lives to the fullest, beautifying the town as if striving to live out a portion of life to deny whose tomorrow was snatched away from them forever. I laugh because it's good stories, but it also feels like we take up so much time doing this. Alright, so with that, we still have quite a few more stories to go. Like I said, the first couple hours is going to be this. So, if this doesn't interest you, you have been warned. Because without a doubt, this doesn't interest everybody. But I like it. No, not the inn. I'm looking for the tavern. I know we're thinking, oh, it's going to be a lot of this type of stuff, and yes, but when I think about it, let's also not forget the fact that we also have, rather than just this, we have had, sorry, mind blanks for a second. The other game I'm going to be playing, and I'll probably start tomorrow, will be Valkyrie Profiles, which will also have a lot of story stuff. So, what the RPG cycle is going to look like, because I'm sure people who are here for me playing RPGs want to know what the cycle kind of is right now. And I can give that to you right now. So it's going to be Lost Odyssey and Drinking Soda. Hold on! You're first from the battlefield too, aren't you? Guess we both owe someone upstairs big time, huh? I kinda feel like a hero thinking about all my dead buddies. But having another chance to see a family, well, that's a great feeling. I didn't think I'd actually make it out of this alive. After all, I have no idea where I'm going to go. What I'm going to do when it's time to knock on my family's front door. So, to let you guys have a pre-warning, this place has 3 dreams. And then we can finally continue. But yeah, so Tales of Symphonia is going to be on the back burner until I can get something to work. That could be sooner or later. It may replace a series I've already played, or it'll be a 3rd series. Breath of Fire 2 will come after either one of these games is done. And then I think the spot, if I don't have anything else ready, I think I'll go from Valkyrie Profiles straight into Samaria when the other game is filled, because I absolutely love both Valkyrie Profile games. Alright, let's go. Alone, the kind of rugged man nursing his drink in the far corner of the old town's only tavern, Crime. A single man slid through the tavern door. Massive build. He was the grab of a warrior. His soiled uniform bespeaks a long journey. Fatigue marks his face, but his eyes were the game. The look of a fighting man on active duty. The tavern's in has industry. Every drinker's eye, face was on the soldier, were in with awe and gratitude. The long war with a neighboring country has ended at last. The men who fought on the front lines are returning to their homes. It is with this military man. The soldier takes a seat at the table next to Crime and downs a slug of liquor. With the forcefulness of a hard drinker, the man who drinks to kill his pain. 2 cups, 3 cups, 4. Another customer approaches him, bottle in hand, wearing a grim. A typical crafty town punk. Let me offer you a drink, weasels the man. A token of gratitude for your heroic efforts on behalf of the fatherland. The soldier unsmarily aroused the man to fill his cup. How was it the front? I saw you perform many valiant deeds on the battlefield. The soldier empties his cup in silence. The punk refills the cup and drops an even more faint smile. Now that we're friends, tell me about some more tales. You got such big strong arms. How many enemy soldiers did you keep? Without a word, the soldier holds content of the cup into the man's face. The punk flees into rage and draws his knife. No sooner does it leave the safe Cursefist than Cursefist sends it flying through the air. Faced with the powerful united front of crime and the soldier, the punk runs out muttering curses. The two big men watch him go. Then a soft, faint smile. Crime doesn't have to speak with the soldier to know that he lives in deep sadness. For his part, the soldier, having seen death any number of times, is aware of the shadow that walks in Crime's expression. The taverns then return. Crime and soldier poured each other drinks. "I got a rifle gun I haven't seen since I stepped out," said the soldier. It's been 3 long years." He let himself smile slyly. Now, for the first time, he takes a photograph of his wife and his daughter from his pocket. Instead of the crime, the wife, a woman of very freshness, the daughter still very young. They're the reason I survived. The thought of going home alive was all that sustained me in battle. Is your family home far from you? No, my village is just over the next pass. I saw they had heard the news that the war is over, and could hardly wait to have me home. He could get there tonight if he wanted to badly enough. It was close, but the soldier down some mouthful of liquor and groans. "I'm afraid." Afraid of what? "I want to see my wife and daughter, but I'm afraid to have them see me. I don't know how many men I killed the past 3 years. I had no choice. I had to do it to stay alive. If I was going to get back to my family, I had no choice but to kill one enemy soldier after another. And each and every one of those men had families. They had left at home. It's a cold war. The soldiers destiny. To stay alive in battle, you have to go killing men before they could kill you. I had no time to figure such things in the front. I was too busy trying to survive. I see it now, though. Now that the war is over, 3 years of sins are carved into my face. This is the face of a killer. I don't want to show my face to my wife and daughter. The soldier pulls out a leather pouch, from which he withdrew a small stone. He tells Crime that it is an Emperor's gemstone, something he found shortly after he left for the battlefield. A gemstone? Crime asked convinced. The stone on the table was dull black without a hint of gleam of a gem should have. It sparkled when I first touched it. I was so much I would love it when I brought it home to her. Gradually though the sun lost its gleam and turned cloudy. Every time I killed a soldier, something like a stain of his blood would rise to the surface of the stone. As you can see, it's almost a solid black now. After 3 years, the stone was stained by the sins I committed. I call it my sin stone. You don't have to blame yourself so harshly, says Crime. You had to do it to stay alive. I know that. But still, just like me, the men I killed had villages to go home to, and families waiting for them there. The soldier then says to Crime, "You too, I suppose. You must have a family." Crime gives him a list like, "Not me, no family. A home village at least? I don't have a place to go home to." "Eternal traveler, eh? That's me." The soldier chuckles softly and gives Crime a sour smile. It's hard to tell how fully he believes what Crime has told him. He sipped the sin zone into the leather pellets and says, "You know what I think? The zone turns darker every time I take a life. It ought to get some green back every time I save a life." Instead of answering, Crime drinks the last drop of liquor from his cup and rises from the table. The soldier remains in his chair, and Crime, staring down at him, offers him these words of advice. "If you have a place you can go home, you should go to it. Just go. No matter how much guilt you may have wearing you down, I'm sure your wife and daughter will understand. You're no criminal. You're a hero. You fought your heart to stay alive." "I'm glad I met you," said the soldier. "I needed to hear that." He holds his right hand out to Crime, who grasps it in return. "I hope your travels go well," says the soldier. "And your travels will soon be over," says Crime with a smile, staring at the door. Just then, Soldier comes by wielding a pistol. "Watch out," bells the soldier, rushes after Crime. As Crime rolls around, the pug takes aim and shoots. You can't treat me like that, you son of a bitch!" Flies between the two men and takes the bullet in the gut. And so, as he so desperately risks to, the soldier saves someone's life. Ironically, it's the life of Crime, a man who could neither age or die. The soldier had traded his one and only life. Falling on the floor, nearly unconscious, the soldier thrust his right parts into Crime's hand. "Look at my sin zone, will you?" Maybe, he chuckled weakly. "Some of its sign has come back." Blood spurts from his mouth. Staggering to laugh. Looked inside the bag and said, "It's sparkling now. It's clean." "Is it?" gasped the soldier. "Good. My daughter will be so glad." He smiled with satisfaction and holds his hand out from the pot. Gently, Crime rails the pellets in his palms and the man's fingers over it. The soldier draws his last breath and the pot falls to the floor. The dead man's face freezes in a painful expression. The stone, however, the man sin stone, which has rolled from the open pellets, is back as ever. That was that was rough. That was a rough one. Alright, so these things activate one at a time, so you have to enter and exit. I used to work as a jail warden. It was so strange to see the prisoners starlight over and over again. All they did was extend the sentences, you know? I have no idea why they kept on acting that way, really. Alright, let's get to this next one. The dream has been revealed. It's speed one. It's not gonna be speed one, but captive. In the mind of a captive. He knows that it's useless, but he can't suppress the impulse that wells up for him within his own flesh. He needs to do it. Throwing his entire body against the boss, it does no good at all. His flesh simply burns off the thick iron bars. Number 8, what the hell are you doing? The guard angrily shouts, echoes down the corridor. The prisoners never called by name, only by the numbers of their cells. Time is number 8. Grabs his enemy. Instead, he slams his sword against the bars. The massive bars of iron never budge. All they do is leave a dull, heavy arch and climbs the poor conditioned muscle and bone. Now, instead of shouting again, the guard blows his whistle, and the other guards come running from the station. Number 8? Number 8, what is it going to take to make you understand? What, do you want to fall into the punishment cell? Don't look at me like that. So I'm assisting, and all you get is a longer time in here. There on the floor, on a cell, legs spread out. Time ignores the guard cells. He's been to the punishment room any number of times. He knows. He knows he's been branded a highly rebellious prisoner, but he can't help himself. Something screaming down deep inside of him. So, some hard thing trapped inside of him, seething and wilting. Some warhero you turned out to be, says one of the guards. You can't do sitting here. What's the matter, soldier boy? Can't do anything without an enemy staring you in the face? The guard next to him taunts Crime with laughter. Too bad for your buddy. No enemies in here. Nobody for your side either. We got you locked up all by yourself. Just 1 second, guys. Just need to check something real quick. After the guard leaves, Crime crawls up on the floor. Hey. All by myself, the guard's right. I thought I used to live alone in battle on the world. But loneliness here in prison is deeper than any I've experienced before. And more frightening. The walls on the side beyond notice, but another wall just in their corridor. The dungeon was built so to prevent prisoners from seeing each other, or even sense each other's presence. A total lack of change in the view paralyzes the sense of time as well. Crime has no idea how many days have passed since he was thrown in here. Time flows on, that much is certain. But with nowhere to go, it simply stagnates inside of him. A true torture that a prison inflicts on a man is neither to rob him of his freedom, nor to force him to experience loneliness. The real punishment is to having to live where nothing ever moves in your field of vision, and time never flows. The water in the river will never purify, but the lock in a jar is exactly what it will eventually do. The same is true here. Many parts of him deep inside his body and mind already beginning to give off a rotten sense. Because he's aware of this, Kyle drags himself from the floor and slams himself into the bars over and over. This is not a remote chance of doing. There's not a remote chance doing this would break the bars. Nor does he think he can manage his escape this way. Still, he does it repetitively. He can't help himself. He has to do it again and again. In the instant his body smashes into the walls for a split second, a puff of wind strikes his cheek. The unmoving air, if only for a brief intervention, the touch of the air that gives Kyle a fragmented hint of the flow of time. The guards come running, face grim with anger. Now I can see human shapes where before there was only a wall. That was enough to lift my spirits. Don't these guards realize this? Alright, number 8. In the punishment for you. Let's see if 3 days will cool your head. Kyle's lip relaxes to a smile when he hears the order. Don't these guys get it? Now my steering wheel changed. Time starts to flow again. I'm thankful for that. Kyle laughs aloud. The guard ties his hands behind him. Put a chain on his ankles and starts for the first room. What the hell are you laughing about, number 8? Yeah, stop it. We'll punish you even more. But Kyle keeps on laughing. Laughing at the top of his lungs. If I fill my lungs with new air, the sense will disappear. Oh, I have my body and mind wrought so much already that I can't get rid of the sense so easily. How long did they keep him locked up here? When can I get out of here? When will it be too late by then? Everything has watered away. Will I become less him than an it? The way our troops count enemies' corpses. Graham hardly breathed. It was as if the air has begun to squeeze out his chest. In the extreme pain of it, drawn him back to the world of dream to reality. Was I once imprisoned the far, far distant past? He half wanders in the space between dream and reality. He had this dream any number of times. This nightmare might even be called after waking. He tries to recall it, but nothing stays his memory. One thing's certain, however: the appearance of the jail and the guards in the dream always remain the same. Could this be something I have actually experienced? If so, what could it have been? There's no way for him to tell. Once fully awake, those questions he asked between dream and reality are themselves erased from his memory. He springs up with a scream. His breath labored the back of his hand, wiping streams of sweat from his brow. And all that is left is the shuddering tale. It is always like this. Now, too, he mutters to himself, attempting to retrieve whatever memories left in a remote corner of his brain. What kind of past could he live through? Now, too. What kind of past could he live through? That was one of the more weird ones. We have one more in here, and then we have all of them. That's why it's going to be an hour of this. Super dumb magic agents. They think they can just up and take my damn job away from me. Come on, Dad, I gotta get you home already. A dream has been revealed. Last one, guys, last one. A mother comes home. The boy has lost his smile, though he denies it. Don't be silly, Crime. Look, I'm smiling, aren't I? He draws his cheek back and his teeth so white again. He gets his mouth skin. If it isn't a smile, what is? Crane nods, but says nothing, and pats the boy on his shoulder. So. Oh, really? Look, I'm smiling, right? Right, you're smiling. Hey, forget about me. Hey, let's go. The boy had a sweet, open nature. He made instant friends with Crime. Well, the other townspeople kept a distance from the strange traveler. Not that the boy chose the much other Crime as a playmate. He leads Crime to the town. It still has opened the door for the day. I hate to ask you this, but would you please? The boy seemed to have carried inside. The man tavern peels off a drunken howl. Though he sounds especially bad today. Crime fights back a sigh as he enters the tavern. The man on the bar stool is the boy's father. Drunk at the midday, the boy has taken him home. He looks at his father with sad eyes. Crime put his arm around the father's shoulder and discreetly moves the whiskey bottle away from him. Let's call it a day, he says. The man subs Crime's off and slumps down the bar. I hate guys like you. Yes, I know. It's time to go home, though. You've had enough. You heard me, Crime, Drifter. I hate you guys. I really hate you guys. The father was always like this when he was drunk. He calls at drifters, picking fights with any man dressed for the world. Finds something to the ground to sweep it off. His son too small to drink him. With a sigh, Crime finds himself again today supporting the drunken father's leg to keep him from toppling off the bar stool. The boy stares at his father. His eyes doubled sadness, anger, and pity. And his eyes met crime. He shrugs as if to say, "Sorry to keep putting you through this." But crime is used to it. He has seen the father dead drunk almost every day for the past year. Even since the boy, his father was left to live alone. "Oh well," the boy says with a strange smile, if trying to resign himself to the situation. "Oh, Papa, or me." Supporting the father's weight on his shoulder, Crime gave the boy a smile and says, "Yes, but don't go lucky to get drunk the way he does." "Ahem," the boy says, perfectly his chest up. "Some kids are tougher than grown-ups." Crime broadened his smile. "You're right. Of course I'm right." But says with a smile he gives back. It is the only kind of smile a 10-year-old could manage to produce in the past year. So bitter, it would numb the tongue if you could taste it. The boy's mother, father, his wife left home a year ago. She fell in love with a traveling salesman and abandoned the boy's father. "Mama was bored," said the boy, matter-of-factly, looking back on his mother's infidelity. "She got tired of doing the same thing every day." That's when she met him. At the tender age of 10, the boy has learned that these are those stories that have been told with a matter-of-fact tone. The father was born and raised in the small town and walked in the town office. He was not especially talented, but it was not his job to call for talent or quick wit. All he had to do was follow orders with diligence and submissiveness. And he did exactly that, year after year, without making waves. He called our life peaceful, but Mama didn't think so. She said it was just ordinary and no fun. He was attached to the life of the crafty traveling salesman. Attracted. It was risky and exciting. Like walking on the top of a prison wall. One misstep and you could end up inside. Papa told Mama that the man was deceiving her, and all that he wanted from her was money, but he couldn't get through to her. Mama couldn't even think about us back then. With utter detachment, as though holding it against arm's length, the boy reflected on the tragedy that struck his family. "I heard the saying, love is blind. It really is," he says, and so slugs with a stoic laugh, like a full-fledged adult. Cam said nothing. "Children should be said at their age," is another saying, probably not one that could be spoken with a great deal of meaning to the boy, who had lost his mother's love. And even if Cam presumed to abolish him, the boy would likely pass it off with a strange smile and say, "Sometimes kids are tougher than grown-ups." The boy's father, however, so is just moved when his son uses grown-up expressions. The hedgehog lost all his voices. "He despises me now. He thinks I'm pitiful. Deep down, he laughs at me for letting my life be taken by another man. Damn him!" It bothered him, especially when he was drunk. His annoyance fell outweighed his fatherly love for his son. Sometimes he even slapped the boy across the face, or tries to. When he is drunk, the boy can easily dodge his slaps. he ends up sprawling on the floor. Even as he's drowning the sea of liquid, he can sometimes turn unexperienced citizens start asking questions. Say, Climb, you've been traveling for a long time, right? Do you enjoy that much, going through strange sounds, meeting strangers that can't be all that? If so wonderful, then why are you ready to abandon your life you're living now for it? He asks the same thing over and over, and Climb answers always the same. Sometimes it's enjoyable, and sometimes it's not. He doesn't know what else to say. You know, Climb, I never set foot outside of town. Same with my father, my grandfather, and my great-grandfather, and the ones before him. We always been born here, died here. My wife's family too. They have roots in this town for generations. So why did he do it? Why did he leave? What did he need so badly that she had to leave Mia and her own son? Climb Mary smiled without answering. The answer to such a question cannot contain words. Try though as he might to explain the reason some people are drawn irrespectively to the world, be understood by people who don't have that impulse. A father is simply one of the people who could never understand. Failing to enact a reply from Climb, the father sinks into the sea of drunkenness. I'm scared, Climb. My son might do it too. He might go away and leave me here someday. But I heard him talking like a grown-up. I get so scared I can't stand it. Sorry, I got distracted by something. The boy mother eventually come out. The travel salesman cheated on her every last bit of savings. At the moment, she was no longer of any use to him. He left her. Physically and mentally broken, she had only one place to return to, the home she abandoned. First, he writes letters from the neighboring towns. When her husband reads it again and again, through drunken clouded eyes, he laughs gently. Soap's alright, the miserable wench. He makes slow tearing the letter to pieces in front of Klein without showing it to his son. Klein tells the boy everything he asks. What do you want to do? Whatever you decide, I'll help make it happen. Whatever I decide, the boy asks in return in his usual detached smile. If you want to leave this town, I'll let you have enough money to help you get by for a while. I can do that much. He is utterly serious. The father had no intention in forgiving his life. He almost turn away if she showed up, and probably would found a vindicated smile on his face. Tom knows, however, that if the mother lost her home and leaves this town once and for all, the father will go back to drinking every day, costing his life indefinitely. Bemoaning his own fate, taking out his anger on strangers, constantly revealing the worst side of himself to his son. Tom's long life on the road taught him this. Constant travel means many different people, and the boy's father is undoubtedly one of the weakest men Klein has ever met. You could join your mother and go to another town. Or if you want, you can go somewhere by yourself. I could find you work. Either would be better, Klein believes, than the boy to continue living alone with his father. The boy, however, seemingly looked straight at Klein, revealing his white teeth. You've been traveling a long time, haven't you, Klein? Always alone? Sometimes alone, sometimes not. The boy gave a little nod with a sad smile of a corner, but says, "You really don't get it, do you? What's that? All this travel and you still don't understand the most important thing." His sad smile takes on a bitter edge. Can't find one that the boy is talking about. 3 days later, the tired-looking woman in traveling clothes drags herself from the highway into the marketplace. Tom follows her back away, staring, leaving her in the center of a broad, empty circle. The boy's mother has come back. The boy breaks his way through the crowd and enters the circle. The mother sees the sound. The travel-ridden cheeks break into a smile. The boy takes one step, and another step towards and embraces the smiling mother. He is hesitant at first, but the third step he is running, and folds his arms around her. He is crying, he is smiling. For the first time that Klein has seen, he wears an unclouded smile of a child. I'm sorry. Please forgive me," his mother begs in tears. She clasps her hand on her bosom and says, smiling through her tears, "You caught it so big." Then she adds, "How long do you leave you again? I'll stay here forever." The side goes through the town. It comes from the direction of the tavern. Now the father breaks through the wall of people and enters further. He is drunk. Sobering, he enters towards his wife and son and growls at his life. The boy stands in between his mom. "Papa, stop it! Mama's back. That's enough, is it? Forgive her, Papa, please." The boy is choked with tears. The father says nothing in reply. Glaring at the two of them, he collapses on his knees, his arms open wide. He folds both his wife and son. The sad family is one again. "Papa, please don't hold on to us so tight. It hurts." I could only sob. The father weeps in his rage. Witnessing the scene from the background, Klein turns his heels. Are you really leaving? The boy asked again, and as he crossed the companies climb to the edge of town. I want to get across the ocean before winter sets in. Papa's already missing you. He says he thought you two could finally become drinking buddies from now on. You could drink with him when you grow up. When I grow up, huh? The boy could cross his head embarrassed, and he mutters, I wonder if I'll be still be living in this town by then. No one knows that, of course. Maybe some years from now, the father will spend his drinking days because his son left his hometown and family. And yet, Clyde recalls something he forgot to say to the boy's big father. We call it a journey because we have places to come home to. No matter how many detours, or mistakes a person makes, as long as he has a place to come home to, a person can always start again. I don't get it, says the boy. Clyde remembers something else. Smile for me, he says one last time, places his hand on the boy's shoulder. Like this? Reveals his light teeth and cheeks wide wrinkled up. It's a good smile. He finally managed to achieve a smile from the young boy. That's your turn, Clyde. So, the boy studied kind of smile as if assessing it great. Maybe a little sad. He says that he is joking makes his words hit home all the more. The boy smiles again and providing mood for climb. Okay then, he says as he waves his hand. I'm going to stop eating with Mom and Papa today. Clyde smiles and walks away. He then hears the boy call his name one last time. Even if you're saying goodbye, I'm not going to cry, Clyde. Sometimes kids are tougher than grown-ups. Clyde does not look back. He only replies with a wave of the hand. The boy's expression would probably change if the eyes met. He decided to play it strong to the end. Time walks on. After a brief respite in his journey with no place to go home. His song again? A journey with no place to go home. The pros call that wandering. And with that, guys, in our 20 minutes of just the stories, we can now, we always could have, but we will definitely now continue the story. But they're good stories. They're good stories. Doing 5 of them at once, though, is a little tiring. But 5 of them were all right there. It just made sense to get them out of the way.
It was announced today that parades planned for the upcoming Hula Council Transcend Anniversary this is said to be out of consideration for the people who lost loved ones in the tragedy on Long Island.
Alright, great gate, and boom, we are back where we started, and we can move forward. But yeah, now we can finally play the RPG part of this RPG. But once again, I don't mind. I like seeing these little stories, and it gives you a little hype, man. It gives you a little hype. Now we can finally continue the actual game. You see that, guys? It's a thing people always hate. Oh, can we go back here? Don't know what we could do back here. I don't know why you would let me go back here. There's really nothing to do. Maybe it's for the game will know. There'll be people who want to go all the way back here to find everything. Oh, that's some nice color. Some nice gleams and stuff. Ispawn Mountains.
Quick, easy, Buck. I just gotta follow him. This is like a death march. Hey, we gotta get through that? There's no road.
Pull yourself together. If this is all it takes to wear you out, we're in trouble.
Yeah, well, I don't wear out in bed.
Once we get through here, there's the Ypsilon Range. Those mountains are steep and rugged. The weather is unpredictable. And since the ground is unstable, we have to be on the lookout for rock slides, too. Of course, I expect to see you take a tumble into the canyon before we see any rocks doing it.
Yeah, funny. You know, Lord Gongora was saying you have a problem with your memory, right? I mean, you sure know these mountains well enough. And of course, you know you shave your legs every day and you pluck your eyebrows. And you owe me money, so I'm confused. You sure you really don't remember?
My body remembers.
What?
There was a time when I used to rush through here. I was a pirate, and supposedly I also went through these mountains. But I just don't know what the truth is. I don't have any answers.
Huh. Well, what about you? Did anyone tell you what you once were?
No,
Nothing?
nothing.
Well, since you're so upbeat and happy, I doubt if anyone will remember you.
That's fine with me.
Oh?
My body also remembers.
How so?
Just that it was painful. If I happen to remember, and my past didn't amount to much, then I think it's probably better to have never remembered.
Oh yeah, that's smart.
Kaim, there's no need to rush it. Your memories will come back gradually. And they're not all bad.
What? No breaks?
You just had one.
Yeah, how about some water? A little fruit? How about a foot massage? My feet don't stink. Kaim, you up for that? Hello?
So one thing I should probably let be known about the save points in this game. Oh. Oh, okay. I just moved back because that's always my instinct in cutscene move forward. Because that's my instinct, really. Alright, so the thing about saving in this game, when you save in this game, say you're damaged, you can really save and reload your save file to heal yourself. Because I feel like what they did in this game was it did not save your HP. So it always default to max. So there are ways to cheese this game. And it also works with magic, so I am actually going to be a little less tight than I usually am with my magic. And look, Emily got a little formation going. In formation, the front row provides defensive walls with the back row. Any damage inflicted on the enemy in the back row is reduced. You can see how tight the front row line of defense is with this. Thank you, Jensen. Hey, that's not bad at all. There we go. Okay. Hey, look, they cast his spell. Here's it. See the action or the display on the bottom? Hey, where's the guy who's trying to cast a spell, right? The expensive time he is supposed to cast a spell is called casting interference. There we go. Nice. Nice victory.
That was a close one.
So we'll do the spell tutorial. Alright, all that looks good. The scale link stuff, we have that stuff being worked on as it happens. Alright, now tree, what's in here? We found a seed! Yay! How many seeds do we have? We have 14 right now. I see another rammable tree right there. Is it rammable? I guess not. It looks rammable, come on.
No one gets in my way.
Alright, creature designs I actually think are pretty good. Alright, let's actually play the game. Ow. Ow. Nice. There we go. Another easy victory. Alright, and he leveled up. We got a skill linker. Alright, we have a lot of things learned already. Nice. Alright, so I guess I'll have you learn Steel next. This is actually a cool system. I really like it. This is why Immortals are the best, because as you can see, they can get stuff really good, really fast. The secret to it is you have to keep changing your equipment.
You want a piece of me?
The counter rate is actually not very bad. It's not bad here. Nice. Nice. Ow. Don't use magic, that's not cool. Alright, doesn't matter, I won. But yeah, clearly the game has decided, alright, let's make things happen faster. Look at that. We got everything already learned. Nice. It's a little bit of management, but after a while, it's something that I actually grow to enjoy. And as we get some more of the better stuff, it takes longer to get anything we want done. Alright, steel is done. All that's left is the black magics. Alright, we kinda have everything set up. What's that over there? I always pay attention to the awkward dead ends. Some parts. In these parts we find a flare bomb and a slot seed. I'm gonna hold off on this, like, that's a really good thing, but I don't know who I'd give it to yet. I'll be back in 1 minute. Have to take a quick washroom break. Okay, I'm back. How are y'all doing? Oh, nope. I'm so used to A being X. I was playing Breath of Fire. So I keep getting my instincts backwards.
This does not look good.
There we go. Ow. Ew. Nice. Damn it. Yeah, now that's going to be the course, right? Every boss fight I'm going to want to steal, and I'm never going to get anything. There we go. I'm never going to steal anything, man. Now see, we are low in health. Oh yeah, I'm just learning anything fast. Holy frick. Slow down. Slow down, game. Slow the hell down. I guess steal. Well, I can always just click the heal button and go, you know what, I want you to heal. There we go, because I'm not going to be really using your magic right now. There we go. Night's Cold. And in here we found 2 antidotes. There we go. Ow. Got distracted. But I still win. There we go. Nice. Bye-bye.
Well, what did you expect?
Another level up, and Seth has already learned magic. Slow down, game. Slow the hell down. Oof. I found a tree and I found some healing medicine. Nice. Any more trees?
If it's a fight you want, you got it.
Now this is an acceptable counterweight. Ow. Ew. And stab. And no longer need to use a spell. As annoying as he is, I do like his character. With a group with some more stoic people, you need a comedic character in there to kind of add some, well, levity. Most of those done. Almost got everything. And I'm even trying to grind right now. Alright, that was a tree. Now I want to inspect every tree. This game gets you paranoid. There we go, see? And I found a seed. There we go.
Better say your prayers.
Do.
Phew. That was a close one.
This is kind of the worst because you kind of have to lean up to every single tree, mash the A button, and hope you find something. It's not the worst, more of a little annoying. Alright, this has to be one. Yep. I can read a room. Seed. Nice. Oh, another fight? Another fight? We're going to fight for it? We're going to fight. Boom. More easy victories. And more victories, which is something I'm quite used to. Okay, I don't know why you learned that, but now I have no reason keeping this item on you. I'll give you the free space switch for now, simply because I want everybody to be kind of ready for it. I played some D&D last night, actually. One of the more stressful sessions because... because my friend, he's a good DM, but I don't think he expected my character to get as heated as he did. Like, my character got super angry by the twist turn of events. Me? It's a game. But my character wouldn't be happy about it. I feel like that's a difficult thing to do sometimes, is to put yourself in the mind of your character. Just see what I can do, that's all, guys. Oof. Oh, come on, that was close. Oh, am I poisoned? Oh, poison hurts like a bitch in this game, it seems. There we go. And now there's nothing I can really learn off Jepson for now. Actually, wait, there might be something. Yeah, I can probably learn this then. It was definitely a good session, but man, my character did not have a good day that day. Alright, let's go. It's a cool system, I honestly think. And I actually think it's a well-crafted system. Boom! You don't get torn. I still get torn.
That was a close one.
Now we get a lot of materials. Yeah, I definitely had fun as a player. I do get a little subconscious when I play D&D though. like, I don't know why I said anything, but I always worry if I do too much with my character or whatever. I always get that kind of nervous feeling no matter what.
Hey, I want to ask a favor. I'm just going to ask this once, okay? Will you listen?
All right already. What do you want?
Whining, okay. Is that all you can say? Can't we just rest in that hut over there?
All you do is complain, complain, complain.
I'm not like you two. I'm a normal human being.
What should we do?
All right. Let's rest.
Thank you.
It's like, I guess we can go to the hut, which is the only place we can go to. Alright, right over here is a save point, so we'll use that real quick. Ooh, a pot. A power drink. Alright, we are now actually playing the game, which is doing pretty good. I will warn you guys, my time limit might be limited now because my friend wants me to watch some Squid Game. You know that Splatoon adaptation by Netflix. I did recall who they are like a super fan of the show, and it's like, oh, do you see the next episode? Next episode? And I'm like, well, I'm the slow born type of guy. I take my time when I watch things. Alright, swords glasses, nice. Oh, is this something? We finally reached the mountain hut. Everybody's worn out. I can barely keep my eyes open long enough to leave these few words. We're going to stay in this hut for a while. A giant monster has appeared. We only give it its shadow near the peak. But it's enough to make us think twice about going. I got a little fever, probably from the rain during the climb. The weather changes fast up here. I still have my appetite. I think it's some medicine too. I should be fine after I rest. The keeper of this mountain is still on the fell summit. We heard the beat of its giant wings and roars something. We should be safe in this hut, but who knows when we'll be able to leave. I thought the Everton Mountains were a terrifying place, a nest of monsters, but everything is so beautiful up here. We discovered an exquisite rare flower today. There isn't much else to do right now. The master of the Airpus Mountains finally seem to have moved on. At least we can leave this place. We're going to ensure safety on tomorrow's departure. Oh, I see. We found a sealed. Okay. Or is it a spell? Oh, it's a spell. Okay. Well, it's good to find out anyways. Hey, there's a bed here. Let's stay here. Okay? We can rest. No stress. That's rest. What the hell was that? That's an F, 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 F. Oh yeah, that's a lot of F's, Jensen. This game doesn't hide what its mechanics are. Clearly you want to focus on the immortals. The immortals have the purpose, and you want them to do well as well. But the immortals is your long game.
Listen, if either Kime or Seth seem like they're starting to regain even a fragment of their memories, use this.
What is it? Oh, hi. I couldn't sleep. I'm usually exercising, sparring with people, and I work out a lot before I...
Was that all?
Was what all? About what?
You know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't know what you mean. What do you mean?
There we go. Once again, this game keeps this kind of nice. I would say, is it a slow build? I think it's a bit of a slow build. Hey, yeah, you can always check. This game kind of has this kind of cool thing where you can see something briefly mentioned, and then you can actually see that in your inventory. They don't always, not all games do that. I think that's kind of cool. Come on, Kime. Once we leave here, we're almost at the peak. Let's get moving. A mana orb. Okay.
The air feels humid.
Well, it's not gonna rain. I know the weather. I have a sense about these things. And the sun's gonna break through any second, and you'll be peeling off the clothes. Trust me. Oh, great. It's raining. What'd I say? It's gonna rain. I knew it. Man.
I think we have a good mixture in our party. The ha-has, I mix of both the Seth and the stoic with our main character. Castle or Castle Hall.
You're dismissed.
Oh, Lord Gongora, please wait. Pardon the intrusion.
Oh! Gongora, what are you doing?
A moment, please.
What is going on, Gongora? Answer me! The council has placed you under house arrest.
Behold.
Ooh! What the? Dear.
Gongora, what is the meaning of this?
There are those who do not wish the monarchy restored to power.
But I do not wish it to be restored to power.
With all due respect, while some fools completely support our current republic, there are also those who long to restore a powerful monarchy. Regardless of what your highness may desire, our country struggles with two political forces, the past and the present. You must be aware of this. Fortunately, I was able to sense your danger through magic energy. Even though I am under house arrest, I could not allow you to be harmed. There are many ways I can secretly move from my manor to yours, your highness.
But if Roxian knew you had been out of your home, you would be subject to even tighter restrictions.
I can look after myself.
I, however, cannot. Had you not come, I would have ended up like that mouse.
You can always rely on me, your highness.
Thank you, Gongora. Thank you.
Well done. We'll have to push him harder. I'll be in touch when the time comes.
If you can't tell who our villain is, it could be anyone. Literally could be anyone. Another story, I think. Yep, the cause of memory deep within his heart. Let's go. A dream has been revealed. The upstreamers. Strong winds have always blown across the grassy plains. Perhaps the area's topography has something to do with it, but the direction of the winds remain consistent, irrespective of the time or season. From east to west, from the horizon where the sun rises to the horizon where the sun sets. Shaped by the unceasing winds, the misshapen trunks and branches. The branches of the shrubs all incline west. Tall grasses do not grow here. The grasses do not grow, all lie flat on the ground, bending westward. Caravans and holding folk travel the single road that crossed the plain. They do not come and go, they only go, moving from east to west, using the wind at their backs to gain distance. Travelers heading west to east always use the constant route that snakes around the southern mountains. It's much farther that way, but faster than crossing the plain head-on into the wind. The road across the plain is called the wind stream. Just as the road of a great river never changes direction, the footsteps of those who use the road have not changed direction since the distant past, nor have they likely to change far in the distant future. From east to west, human shapes that appear from the horizon when the sun rises disappear over the horizon when the sun sets, never past our ongoing travels, with only the rarest expressions. The first time she passed on Karen's windstream, the girl was just an infant. So was my grandmother alive then? In response to the girl's undoubtable question, Karen smiles and answers. She was, and I remember what a nice old lady she was too. Looking back down the road, the girl pointed toward the hills fading into the distance. My grandmother crossed the 7 hills on her journey. Is 7 a lot? Grandmother used to live a long time. Most people ended the journey after the 5 hills. People they leave behind built a little grave where they ended their journey and they keep traveling. The girl points down at the ground where she's standing. This is as far as I've come, he says with a proud, happy smile. The region of the girl and her family possesses a pious belief that they devote their lives to walking eastwards against the flow of the wind stream. They arrive at the eastmost source of the stream itself. People call believers in that religion the upstreamers. The word carries a hint of fear and sadness, but also the trace of contempt and scorn. The upstreamers are devoted, worldly desires. They live their lives for no greater purpose than traveling eastward on foot. They are free of doubt. They give birth to children en route and continue their journey while raising the children. When they age, the strength gives out and the journey ends, but the family's journey continue. From child to grandchild, great-grandchild, their belief carries on. The journey of this girl's family was begun by her late grandmother, who began walking the journey of the wind streams west with her son when he was the age the girl is now. The Upstreamers do not walk for the entire year, of course. During this season, when the winds are especially strong, from late autumn to early spring, they take up residence in very post towns scattered across the world and earn daily wages by performing tasks that the town folks themselves refuse to do. Some Upstreamers choose to stay in towns, but others consider to take townspeople with them when they return to the world on spring. These people who have fallen in love during the long winter, or boys who dream of travel, or grown-ups who have tired of town life. Such is the reason the town folks look upon the Upstreamers with complicated glances. The little girl's mother was one of those who joined the journey midway, and the girl herself, some years from now, might fall in love with somebody in a post town somewhere. She might choose to live in the town, or she could just invite her lover to join her on the road. She has no idea at this point what lies in store beyond her. The girl's father called out to her, "Time to go!" The brief rest is over. She seems sorry to leave and stands up directly. "Too bad," she says. "I wish I could have talked to you more, but we have to get to the next town by the time the snow starts." Consecutively exposed to the heavy winds, her cheeks are red and cracked, her lips chafed. But her smile is as vulnerable as she risks crime a safe journey. "Will I see you again somewhere?" she asks. "Probably," Crime answers, smiling back at her as he never met the smile. He can never match the smile. He is now in the midst of a journey that will take him beyond the western end of the Windstream. He heads to the battlefield as a mercenary. By the time the western battle is over, the new battle will begin in the east. It'll be a long, cruel journey, but nothing to believe in. When he meets a girl again along the way, taking on even more saddles as it has now. Perhaps the parting gift of sorts, the girl sings a few short lines for him. "The wind, where does it blow from? Where does it start a journey here? Does it come from the life beyond, or does it begin when love ends?" "Goodbye then," the girl says, tugging on the labor step, hair streaming in the headwind. 10 long years have rolled by when Crime next meets the girl. It's spring. But the grasslands caught in the lovely Welsh flowers. It became the life of a young man who does tailoring and sewer repair in one of the post towns. "This is my fourth spring here," she patted her soul about Fanny. "In a few days he gives birth to a child and should become a man." "And your parents can ask?" She shrugs and grunts. "They continue their journey, as everyone who stayed here." Clan does not speak why he has done this. Continue the journey in one way to live, and stay in town is another. Neither can be judged be more correct than others. The only answer for the girl can be seen in her smiling face. Never mind about me," she says, looking at him suspiciously. "You haven't changed one bit from the time we met so long ago. For those 1,000-year-old 10 years were nothing but a change in the season." "Some lives are like that," he says, straining to smile. "Some people in this world can never grow old, no matter how long they live." He looks at the girl, now grown into a woman, and wonders again. Living those endless ages of time, is it a blessing or a curse? Grandma remarks hardly count as exclamation, but the girl nods and looks of apparent understanding. If that's the case, you should be the one who goes to the place where the wind begins. You're the perfect upstreamer. She could be right. After all, the lifespan given to humans are far too short for anyone to travel against the flow of the wind stream as far as the starting point of the winds. Still, crime responds with a few solo shakes of his head. I'm not qualified to make the journey. No, anybody could be an upstreamer. Anybody, that is, who wants to see the wind start with his or her own eyes. Having said this, however, the girl adds a touch of sadness. No one has actually seen it though, I guess. The place where the wind begins. The place is nowhere at all. Even after a long journey where would one to arrive to the eastern end of the wind stream, the wind would be blowing there too. Not just east, west wind, north wind, south wind, wind without limits, without end. Human beings who could not live forever, daring to take the journey without end. This might be the ultimate tragedy, but if they could just as well be the ultimate comedy. Time knows one thing, however. No, one cannot simply dismiss an exercise in futility. How about you? He asked the girl. Aren't you going to continue your journey soon? She thinks about this and she cocks her head. I wonder. I might want to go living the way I am now forever, but then again, I feel the desire to reach the starting point of the wind. All upstreamers, without exception, say you can never know when one might trigger to return to the journey. One day, without warning, you start off the town life and start walking. It's not always a matter of running into an upstream or being ruled back into the world. Many people set out on their own all of a sudden. Teaching the upstreamers say that all human beings harbor the desire for endless travel. The problems are not aware of the desire because it is stashed away far down the breast that is deeper than memory. The instinct something brings it to the surface, the person becomes an upstreamer. Even you have desire, the girl says to crime. I wonder. It's true, no question. Look in her eyes as straight and free of doubt as they were the last time they meet. Fixing him with a look as he points at her own chest. I haven't completely lost myself. I'm sorry you're happy, but I'm sorry you're happy with your. But I'm sorry you're. I'm sorry you're happy with your present life. Of course I am. Do you really think the day will come when you will set out on the journey, even if it means giving up on that happiness? It's an answer, and she gives him a gentle smile. Many years fall by, but every now and then something remains in crime of the girl's words. Not everybody harbors a desire for endless travel. For crime, living itself was a journey without end. In the course of his journey, he has witnessed countless deaths. He has also witnessed countless births. Human life is all too short and too weak and fleeting. Yet, the more he dwells upon its the more he feels inexplicable that words are such as eternal and to apply more properly to life, finite as it is, than beyond anything else. Traveling down the wind stream for the first time in many years, kind of smells a funeral of an upstreamer. A young boy in mourning, standing by the roads, holding out a wildfowl, fasting travelers, urging them to offer up a fowl of a noble soul who had made a long journey this far. Takes the fowl and asks the boy, "Is it a member of your family?" My grandma. The boy nods, his face imagine a crime knew so long ago. The old lady must be the goal. Time is sure of it. Grandma traveled a long time. She brought Daddy and me with her. He was just when he was just a little boy. See the hill over there? She saw walking from that way beyond, and she got all the way here to go was a sad journey after all. Turning her back on town life, leading her child by hand, she trotted her way along the endless journey. Her list was to aim to the place where the wind begins, would pass on to her child, her grandchild, and those succeeding generations. To head for a land that could never hope to be reached, to do so generation after generation, it's another endless journey. Is it a tragedy? A comedy? Perhaps the sincere fire on the space of the old raven is the answer. Time enters the fowl at her feet as an offering. Family members who traveled to the journeys in song for the departure. The wind blows, sweeps across the vast grasslands. Crime takes one long slow step towards its destination. Have a good trip, calls the boy. The red and crack of the goals was so long ago. His cheeks soften in a smile as he waves the departing traveler. That was a good story.
I think I'm gonna like this.
That was a good story. No, not tragic. It's a story that knew what it was doing. Kind of proof that not all stories have to be a comedy. I'm just going to kill you real quickly. Boom! We always have to keep changing this stuff. Well, I kind of like that one. Oh god. I kind of like how this Upsteamer story really connects on what we're doing right now. Because we're living that rough life right now, aren't we? Oh, what the hell? That's some healing medicine! I didn't even notice there was something right there.
Fight you want, you got it.
Just 1 second. There we go. Come on, get rid of the 2 magic things. Not gonna worry too much about poison. Because I should be able to finish this within the next turn. I saw that one. Just 1 second. Just give me 1 second, guys. There we go. Oh, did I get that mercy? Is my time up? There we go. Alright, we get past the storm. And if you go back, yes, the storm turns back on because that's how storms work. Alright, everybody good with what they have? There's been already. I think I just go if I have and see how it goes.
Ugh, that's nasty. Cover your mouth.
Ooh, I'm freezing here. Hey, turn around.
Hey, even in a fancy world, cover your mouth, Flo. Even in fantasy, Flo.
What is that?
The Grand Staff.
That little bush. Oh, that grand staff.
That light has got to be magic energy. The staff must be leaking.
I've seen that. I've seen that somewhere.
Seen it? Where?
I don't remember.
Ooh, deja vu. Or maybe your memory's coming back. No. Maybe what you've forgotten you're remembering. What? Well, excuse me for helping. You are such a pain. Okay, fine. Look at the view. I'm gonna go ahead and fix everything. You just talk amongst yourselves.
You've really seen this before?
What do you mean by that?
Just what I said. Do you feel like you've seen this before?
What's with you?
Just trying to be a friend.
Don't look at me like that again.
But I thought you... Forget it.
Hey. All right, come on, you two. I thought we were in a rush.
Alright,
What the heck is that?
big boss fight time. Are we ready?
You know, it's tough being so popular.
Oh, I want to do some stealing. See. Oh, is this going to hurt? Oh, that hurts. That does hurt. Alright, heal yourself. I want to try stealing one more time.
Okay.
It's weird this game has no armor. We're not in a bad situation. There we go. Slicey slice. Oh no.
Okay.
Okay.
That's rough.
That was close.
No. No, 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 no. Ah, fuck. This is bad. This is really, really bad.
That was close.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright. What the freaking...
Okay.
That was close.
Oh! Flick! Alright, what does retry look like? How far back does that take me? How far back does this take me? This is acceptable. Ain't gonna give up then. Alright, let's rethink about how we have things set up. Alright, black magic, you don't need that. What did I switch it out for? That's not useful. Alright, stand ready. I think we'll be good. Alright, what can I do with you? Alright, God heal. Because I feel like I need to have charms that I don't worry about healing. Alright, I definitely have to give you a better thing to have equipped, Jensen. That is useless for you. So I'll give you poison resistance, why not? I think this is something. Let's see if it is. Alright. Let's see if I can turn this around because that was rough. That was very, very rough. No bullshitting this time. I have to be focused. Fire's the one good against wind, right? I think it is. You have to solve with that technique. That's a nasty ass technique. Alright. Fire's the way to go. Alright, stealing is useless. I can't ever steal anything. I freaking hate stealing games. Alright. Defend. Defend. It works! It somehow works! It's not a bad strategy. Alright, give a healing medicine to Jetson. He is needed. He is essential to winning this fight. Doing her damage is necessary.
Okay.
There we go. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. Stop doing that! I need you both to heal Jetson right now. Jetson needs it. Jetson, you keep attacking. You keep attacking.
Okay.
Why are you obsessed with him? Attack someone else. Please. It'd be appreciated. Like it. Attack Crime! He's made to be attacked! Why are you attacking the Brain Mage game? He's in the back row! Is it formation supposed to mean anything?
Okay.
Alright, we got this. We got this. Alright, we're gonna go full in. Yes! Oh, that was stressful. That was bloody stressful. Oh! What was so stressful was when he was just fucking hitting Jensen every time he could. What a dick! Holy hell!
We did it.
How can you be so comfortable? I almost got eaten alive.
I failed the first time, Scum, but
If you got eaten
on my second time, I was more prepared and I fought it out. The only thing I didn't prepare for was the fact that he had a freaking obsession with my backline maids. That's just the programmers programming your MEAI to just be dicks.
Hurry up. I thought we were in a hurry.
You know what? Justin, you have the right to be grumpy right now. You were just wrongfully attacked consistently right there. And thankfully, guys, we have a save point right here, and I can end it right here. And remember the secret things about save points. With as beat up as I am, once I start up the game again, everything is healed to full because that's how the game is programmed. So, for many reasons, this is the best place to stop off. Thank you guys for coming. I can't believe how hard that was. That was difficult. Tomorrow I'll be starting up another new game. It'll be Valkyrie Profile. If you like Norse mythology and JRPGs, that is a game to definitely check out. It's a true gem for the PS1. And yes, I do have a physical copy. No, I did not spend $500 on it. So I will see you all next time.